All right, you're on deck with Third Eye Cam, and same date, March 27, 2020, and the time is 19:02, 7:02 for my civilians. Just looking at the skies, the sun is setting. I couldn't really see much because of all these clouds over here, and this is going towards the east. That's my south. Of course, that's my west, and that's my north. I already passed it. And above my head, we have a lot of OCG, possible landmass. I'm just gonna say OCG. I can't really tell, but the structures are holding really well. They're OCG. I can see the moon right here past these peppered looking clouds, and I'm glad that I got to see that because it lets me know that those clouds are OCG and not landmass, so I stand corrected. Like I said, we keep it real over here, just trying to find the truth. So a lot of clouds and cloud basins. Up here is real dirty, a dirty part of the sky. We got some of the sun seeping through on these clouds right here. Some of the light getting through rather, past the pole. Same as here. So I'm gonna really try to debunk my own little theory that there's a planet over by the sun, but I know what I've been catching. And I've been paying attention to, like I said, Mr. Hoffman, Sam Hoffman. And the sky has never looked this way, so that's why I'm in such a rant and chasing the sky with my cameras. Merely for observation. It's, everybody's doing it, but some people are playing games with it. Possible. Some people are doing tricks, trying to keep their subscribers going and their views. Me, I'm just gonna bring you the truth. And I'm tell you right now, I only have 53 subscribers, and I appreciate all of them, but that's not what I'm really trying to accomplish here. I'm trying to show whoever is looking to see the truth, not because I want some freaking popularity or freaking some money. Then that was before the coronavirus, before everything started crashing. Out here looks like some kind of planetoid. Let's go closer. Infamous Walmart. And we're not promoting Walmart, but we are promoting the sun and the sky and the clouds and whatever might be up there in them. So I kind of hate that the trees are in between myself and the sun and the camera, but we're going to press on anyway and just see what we can see. That possibly looks like some kind of planetoid. Just looking at the roundness of it at the base. It's got a lot of clouds below it also. Hard to tell at this distance, and there's much of a breakup in the clouds. This over here looks like definitely like it might be the base of a planetoid doing an atmospheric handshake with our planet's atmosphere. I kind of see something behind this cloud. It looks spherical, but we don't know. It's hard to tell. So I have to look through my camera and look with my eyes, my own eyes. It's possible that my planetoid, which is possibly I2, might be sitting right here, center of the camera, behind this thick cloud. It's like I said, it's hard to tell. Or it might be this big area right here. I see some stripes kind of going diagonal, following the sun. It's possible that could be it sitting and it's pushing this cloud cover. And like I said, if I were in a different angle, position, possibly out in space, I could see everything, but it's hard to see from my platform, my position here on Earth. And I'm looking specifically over by the sun. The moon is up here, somewhere in this area behind the clouds. It's waxing, so it's coming out of a wane. It's coming out of a black moon. And it's going to eventually go full moon. I'm gonna just stand here and see if anything changes in the sky. I'm not gonna be out here too long, but we will be getting cause it's just too much clutter. I'm guesstimating, speculating, and not assuming that there's a planetoid over here. Possibly. It might be this big cluster right here. And it's possibly one right here. The way it's cutting through the sky, you can see like a shadow going this way. And that lit up area of those clouds around that black spot. I'm looking at black spots. So center the camera to a little black spot past the dark clouds. Looks like a spherical orb with like it's pushing through a cloud debris out in space, kind of making a trail as it's going through. I don't know. That's just me speculating and guesstimating. There's a Mr. Magic Chemtrailers trail See what we got over here. Nothing out of the ordinary. A lot of cloudage. Like, we haven't been getting much sun. We might get sun for like one day. So that's that. This is why I think there's something planetoided like out in space, according to Sam Hoffman. And look, there's my planet. You see that? It's showing up. That whole area. So the area center of the camera, some kind of planetoid, and then it's casting a shadow between it and the sun. And these things cast shadows weird. You know, light is bending all over the place, and we don't know how light bends in space, or other than what they say. And forgive me for yawning. It's been a long week for me. It's been a dreary long week, and the sun is departing. Around about this time, this is where the magic starts happening. As soon as the sun departs and all the little magic pops out, then we start seeing things. Like I said, there could be no planets in the sky. We can't tell yet. We don't know yet. There could be some planets in the sky. There's definitely a disturbance in the sky, out in space, other than just clouds of air and bugs and planes and chemtrails and what have you, whatever else might come flying through. There's something out in space orientating in an orbit. However, it's orientating, and we keep catching glimpses of it. We're not catching it in its full spectrum. We keep catching glimpses of it, and my little stripes that bend toward the sun are still right there. They look a little bit slightly bigger, but you can still see them past these dark clouds. So they're still bending in that same slanted angle, just like so. You see them, I'm lining up with them to the sun, and I'm going straight up, and you can see the angle. So there's definitely some kind of planetoid. We put the sun in the corner in this area. I don't know how close it is compared to last week when I caught it, or 2 weeks ago when I caught it. It definitely has moved, so I'm tracking it every time I get to see the sky. However, I don't get to see the sky every day because of massive cloud cover, and I'm trying to figure out, other than the weatherman, it's raining, it's gonna rain today, and it doesn't rain. We got 20% chance of freaking sun, and the sun comes out all the way. So they don't know. Nobody knows, because the Earth is in a ballet with some other objects out in space, and the Earth is, I think, is wobbling to and fro like the Bible speaks about. And there's my planet. Boom. See it right there. See the shadow? You can see the shadow and the little moons. Looks like there's a planet going from here. You see the curvature from here to there, and it would come over our head somewhere and fall back. I might be wrong, because I mean, I am seeing the moon up here, so there's no way to, well, actually, if this thing is sitting way out there, it's behind the moon. So yeah, let's be correct. So this might be possibly, look at this whole shadow, it's just too spherical. See the curvature? It's got a little debris in it. It's got a, look at the bottom, that's the cloud base of it. So I'm guessing all this might be some kind of planetoid sitting over the sun, and that's why the sun is bending around it, and that's why this part is lighting up. Now the sun is already, see where the pole in the top of that, was that a tree? It looks like a little pyramid. The sun is departed. The sun is down there. So why is this whole area lighting up? And I can see it just fine. My camera's picking it up with a little bit more highlight saturation, because, you know, camera's optics are a lot sharper than my eyes. But then you got this whole dark area right here. Looks like it might possibly be a planetoid curving around, like going up, you know what I mean? And then way back. And then definitely that one over there, you can see it kind of showing up. That ain't just cloudage. So there's indeed something lurking. I'm about to cut this short. There's indeed planetoids out there lurking, and it's hard to see them right now. I feel like these planets are massive, and I'm not just following Sam Hoffman like a little blind, you know what I'm saying, a little blind, what's the word? I'm not gonna assault myself with stupid words. Like a lapdog, you know what I mean? We're on the precipice of looking at something really serious here, and I mean, for all those that want to probably more than likely insult us, assault us, berate us, belittle us, say that we're stupid, we're on drugs. I don't do drugs. I do alcohol. I'm a moderate drinker, but I like my brain a lot, so I don't overindulge in alcohol, nor do I abuse drugs. I'm gonna tell you that right off the top. So we established that right away. I like the intelligence of my mind, and my mind is very powerful, and I'm gonna keep it that way. And you can tell by my articulation in my words that I don't really scruff around. And I'm a copper-colored dude. Most of us have a bad diction. A lot of us are highly intelligent. And I'm not doing that to be funny. Trust me. We got to break barriers if we can become sentient beings. Ain't y'all had enough of being adults? Adults are acting like worse than little kids right now. Little kids know how to act like little kids, but adults have a choice. All right, so we way back. See how all that's bending? That's possibly a planetoid. It's got a perfect bend to it, and I was zoomed in, so my zoom was as straight as my eyes can see. When I bend out, it just over accentuates the curvature, but it makes it more pronounced, so that way it's better seen. And these little light ups look like more than likely asteroids, OCG, or as I call them, ACG, asteroidal cluster group. OCG is object cluster group, and like a plethora of moons and asteroids, which comes out to equate to be a moon. And then we got my other planet way over here on the other side. And like I said, the sun is already set. So why is this all lit up? That's an orb. We're gonna zoom back in closer to that. The sun is already below that cloud cover, below meridian, below the tree cover. Yep, and there it is. See that moon light up? That is the moon of one of these planets. Damn, that thing is pretty. Look at it. It's a moon, and it's surrounded by a lot of cloud and cover, but it's really showing up. And it's got a cloud dispersing off of it. That's probably what the sun is burnt off of it, but it's showing up really beautiful. I mean, look at that. That is beautiful. And that's what I was waiting on. So that looks like a big planet back here. Not unless it's just a blue sky. I'm just, work with me here. But that's definitely a moon or a planetoid. You can see it is approaching my position. And if I stay here any longer, it's gonna really get huge and big. And it seems to be moving pretty damn fast. I mean, we're looking right at it. That's a sphere, you can see it. And again, I don't have my damn camera because I'll be getting some really sharp pictures, but this is it, this is good enough. Okay, so okay, there we go. Planet's lighting up in the back and the moon is on the front side lighting up, which is weird. I think all the illuminations of the smoke and debris, smoke as in like dust, is lighting up that moon. And then look, that's the back side of the planet behind the moon. Look at it. Might be wrong, but it looks like it. But that's definitely a moon. And I don't think it's, if these clouds are rolling, like these planets would be rolling this way. You know what I mean? So they're rolling against the Earth like two gears rolling against each other. So that moon will come closer to us, rotate above my head, and then fade off and go around, back around the planet and come back around. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way it looks. But that's definitely a moon or a planetoid or whatever. And it's showing up really beautiful. And I don't need these clouds to come in and obscure it because these clouds suck. These Earth clouds, which are probably doing the atmospheric handshake with these planets out here. I've never seen the planets look like this, but this thing is getting bigger and bigger, and I don't want to take a break. So what I'm gonna do is walk this camera over to my vehicle, and we're gonna post it up. I need to post it up in a good spot. Let me see what we looking at right here. Nope, that's negative. We're gonna post it up, try to get a good picture, and let this thing just kind of do its thing until it disappears. And I'm gonna just stand here and kind of be quiet. whatever it is beautiful. I just want to catch it in its glory as it changes shape and goes wherever it's going. You can see the asteroid to the 10 o'clock position of it with the tail, the OCG on the left hand side. The asteroid is starting to show up, and I think that big moon area, you can see the debris trailing around the planetoid. Wherever it is coming from is bigger, is behind that moon. So I'm guessing that moon that lit up is either a small moon or asteroid. And it's got another asteroid behind it, accompanying it, following it, and it's in front of a moon planet. So that's definitely, it's starting to show its shape more. It's like a moon planet. So I just kind of want to get that, because you can look at the trail bending off of it in the 1, 2, 3, 12 o'clock position, and then this venting atmosphere on the other side of that. And I'm gonna zoom it in really close so we can look at this. Most of the time, the secret to catching stuff for all you other little sky watchers, because I've been having a lot of persons that are biting my style, and I'm not being a big fish or a big willy. I'm just saying I'm starting to see a similarity, but I'm glad that they're doing it, because I'm like the Drake of the sky watching game right now. I've seen a few people change up their tactics after they saw my videos, but they got more followers than I do, and I'm just barely coming into this, but it's okay. I want them to use the same technique that I'm using, so that way we can all be on the same page. So I don't want to just be the man by myself. We're all the man. And I'm not here to suck up subscribers and try to get a freaking paycheck and get all the popularity. I've already been popular all my life, and I don't like it. I don't like all this popularity, and I should not have even let y'all see my face, but I had to put myself out there so you can know what I look like. So with that being said, yeah, so our moon is being covered up by these clouds, and that sucks. So I'm gonna end up calling it. But look, we're gonna be back. We're going to definitely come back. And if you're on my page and you like what you see, please stick with me. I'm not gonna try to bore you. I will let you know when I come to an end with this stuff, if I'm still living, to say so. But I'm trying to document as much as I can, so that way it's out there. And thank God for big ups to YouTube. YouTube, stop cutting people's likes. Stop cutting their numbers. I know you're not gonna hear little old me, but I know the economy's crashing and everybody's still hungry for $1. Don't cut my likes. I don't care about that. Keep the damn money. I'm already rich, straight up. But we need to get this truth out. That's all I care about. Oh, the asteroid is pretty. You can see it sitting back over this way. My planetoid is being broken up by this dark clouds, so I'm gonna end up calling it. Over here, just want to get this. Looks like an object in the sky over here. Can't tell. Oh, I see a Mr. Magic chemtrail right above that asteroidal tail right there, center of the camera. He just came streaking through behind the clouds. So that lets me know again that that's a some kind of planetoid, and it's moving southeast. So it's gonna rotate below this planet out to southeast, and it's gonna roll back around however it rolls. But Sam Hoffman was exactly right. These things are sweeping right above our heads and nobody can really see it. But once you stand still and actually pay attention and have patience like I do, these things reveal themselves to you. And at some point, a lot of y'all might be laughing at me, but at some point you can say that freaking Third Eye Cam was right. And so was Sam Hoffman, and so was Planet X Hunter, so was Rap the News, so was Big Judah, so was Mr. MBB 333, and that my other boy, Secure Team. You all gonna be like, those guys were right. Those guys know exactly what they were looking at, and we didn't believe them. We laughed at them, and we thought they were nuts. Well, appreciate it. I'll take nuts for the right answer. While the rest of you go ahead and keep sleeping, we'll show you the way, because I'm a sky watchman too. I'm a star watchman, sky watchman, earth watchman, solar system watchman, and I'm a God watchman also. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and call it. Time is now 1925, 7:25, and that's our planet moving on, and it's gonna pretty much head that way. It's gonna all head that way and rotate. However, it's gonna rotate back in a couple of weeks, days, whatever. Like I said, big ups to GoPro, because you all made a dynamic little instrument, and it's been bringing a lot of. And your P45 is not doing a great example of being an adult. It's like a spoiled little rich kid, never had to struggle through anything. But myself, I always say that I'm a sentient being and I'm transcending. So with that being said, I look further than what is. So y'all see these clouds, you see all this lit up stuff. I look further than that. I think this lit up area is some kind of moonoid. It looks like it has some kind of shadow within it, a smaller shadow. Might be wrong, but it seems to be well lit. I do see a couple small orbs in it. But I honestly see how all this is bending. Let's go back up, shedding a lot of light wherever I've been pointing it on my journey with this whole sky watch. There's my planetoid. You can see the sun hitting it, a part of it. All right, that's what we got. Third eye cam, we are poofing. And if you don't know where poof came from, I'll tell you. All my Marines know. So when we used to hold formations, or we chewed our subordinates out, we'd say poof, which means go away, run that away, anywhere, get out of my sight. So I'm using it in a more professional manner. So when I say poof, and I shouldn't be telling y'all this because a lot of people are gonna start using it now, minus my Marines, because they earned it straight from boot camp. Anybody can use it, just playing. But yeah, third eye cam, another day wrapped up. And this planet looks beautiful right here, and these moons. So we're gonna let it go. Poof.